name is Rongie Roales. Today, I'm going to discuss my laboratory exercise number 4 with the title of Routing Protocol and Basic Line Configuration. The objective of this activity are configure router connection, construct a LAN-to-LAN connection, and design a simple network topology depending on the application. The only material that we will need in this activity is our Cisco packet tracer. Now, let's discuss the given procedures. Open the Cisco packet tracer, connect 3 PC and 1 hub. This will serve as your LAN A. In connecting PC to hub, you can automatically select the appropriate cable type by dragging the cursor in Network Component box and under Connection tab. You can select Smart Connection. The PCs in LAN A should have different IP addresses. Example, one PC in LAN A has an IP address of 192.168.1.1, while in another PC it can be 192.168.1.2, so on and so forth. Configure each PC's individual IP addressing and connect it to hub. So now let's just first open our Cisco packet tracer. As it was mentioned in our procedure, we should have 3 PC. So let's add our 3 PC. 1, 2, and 3. And it says also that we need 1 hub. So I'm going to add our hub. Okay. It said also that we need to configure our PCs. So I'm going to single click our PC 0. Click config. Click our default gateway 192.168.1.1. Click fast Ethernet 0. Enter our IP address 192.168.1.1. Click the subnet mask automatically shown. So just close this one. Single click our PC1. Click config. Enter our default gateway 192.168.1.2. Click fast Ethernet 0. Enter our IP address 192.168.1.2. Click enter. Subnet mask automatically shown. Close it. Single click our PC2. Click config. Enter our default gateway 192.168.1.3. Click fast Ethernet 0. Enter our IP address 192.168.1.3. Click enter. Subnet mask automatically shown and close this one. So we already done configuring our PC. Let's continue reading our procedure. It says also connect it to hub. So I'm going to connect this. We're going to connect this 3 PC to our hub using our smart connection or automatic connection. Okay. There we have it. The 3 PCs are already connected to our hub. Next procedure, choose a router. You can select 1841 router. It will act as a router A for LAN A in the network component box. Click on the router. So, going to our router, choose 1841 router. I will put it here. Continue reading our procedure. construct the network in LAN A as shown below. So I already constructed it as it was shown and given in our procedure. Continue reading our procedure. Click on the config mode tab of router 0 to start configuration. So we're going to config our router. Single click our router. Click config. Continue reading the procedure. Click in the hostname field and type Cisco1, and then click the tab key. Note the I will repeat. After the device has finished booting, change the display name of the router to Cisco1. Changing the display names does not affect the configuration. So before changing the display name, I'm going to add first our modules. Just click physical, and I will choose WIC the dash 1T in our module. But before adding anything here in our router, let's off this first. Okay, I will drag the WIC 1T in our router. Now that we have it, open our router, turn back and config. Our device starting to boot. Okay, it's done booting. Now let's proceed to change the display name. We will change it to Cisco1. Cisco1. Continue reading the procedure. Click in the hostname field and type Cisco space 1. Cisco space 1. And then click the tab key. Note that the equivalent iOS command is entered in the lower portion of the window. Click in the interface Ethernet 00 and designate the IP address. The given example is 192.168.1.1 and click the tab key. Enter the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Click the port status to on, making it enabled. So I'm going to click our fast internet 00. Click our given IP address 192.168.1.1. Click enter. Our subnet mask automatically shown. Click on our port status to enable it. Now also we need to click or config also our serial 000. So I'm going to click this one. Enter the IP address for this one, but we need to change it. Okay, 192.168.0.1. Enter. Subnet mask automatically shown, and I will also put on our port status to enable it. After that, we can close it. Next, it says copy the router 1 with the same configuration and name it as copy Cisco1. So I'm going to make a copy from our first router. Now that we have it, and it says also that we need to rename this. Click config. Our display name, we will change it as copy Cisco1. Copy Cisco1. Okay. Continue reading our procedure. Drag the new device to the desired location. Click on the network component box and select connections. Then select the serial DCE connection. After that, click on the Cisco router and connect to the serial 000 interface. Click on the new router, copy Cisco1, and connect to the serial 000 interface. Now let's, using our smart connection, let's connect our hub and our first router. So, clicking the smart connection. our hub and the first router, Cisco 1, it's already connected. And for connecting our two router, it says that we will use the serial DCE connection. Click the serial DCE connection icon. Click Cisco 1. Choose serial 000 and connect it to the second router. Single click. Choose serial 000 and it's already connected. The indication that it is successfully connected is there should be two green lights blinking. One is located at the output of Cisco 1 and the other one is the output of copy Cisco 1. And as it's shown in our Cisco packet tracer, that it's all have green light. So now we're going to discuss our answering our questions here in our laboratory exercise. First question: what is the importance of routing? Routing is important because it selects the best path for traffic in a network or between or across multiple networks. Number 2, why do we need a router? Why not use switch or hub? Unlike a switch or hub that is concerned with transmitting frames, a router is, as its name implies, is to route packets to other networks until the packet ultimately reaches its destination. One of the key features of a packet is that it not only contains data but also the destination address of where it is going. And among the three devices, router is the only one that will allow you to share a single IP address among multiple network clients. Number 3 question: why it is important that each PC has different IP address? What will happen if we will use same IP address? An IP address can either be static or dynamic. A static IP address never changes and it's manually assigned. Dynamic IP address, on the other hand, is only temporary and a new one is assigned every time your PC or device connects to the internet or your router. It is important that each PC has different IP address to avoid IP conflicts. It occurs when two or more PC or devices in the same network end up being assigned the same IP address. Usually it happens on a LAN, although it may also be seen between multiple devices connected to the internet. Last question, number 4 question. What can you conclude from this activity? I learned about routing protocol and basic LAN configuration. I also managed to construct a LAN-to-LAN connection using Cisco Packet Tracer. Now I'm looking forward to learning more about networking and exploring other tools inside Cisco Packet Tracer. And that's all for my activity. Thank you.